Hello, hello. Good morning. How is the night? I hope you're fine. So today we'll be having vocational studies, and the topic is collective names of domestic and personal materials. Collective names of domestic and personal materials. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to differentiate between domestic and personal materials, and two, you should be able to identify them by their collective names. You should be able to identify them by their collective names. Now, what are domestic materials? Domestic materials are materials that are used at home. They are materials that we use at home. Personal materials are materials that is used by an individual and it is not shared with anyone. It is a material that is used individually and it is not shared with anyone. Now, we are going to look at the collective names of these domestic and personal materials. We want to look at their collective names because we have to know, we have to identify them by their collective names. And by the time you identify them by their collective names, you'll be able to differentiate the two of them. Now, number one of them is clothing. Clothing is an example of, we have the footwears, the jewelries or the jewelry, we have the nightwears, and then we have your hairdo. Now, why is it called clothing? Because it is what you use to beautify your personal appearance. It is what you use to do what? Beautify your personal appearance. Now, for the footwears, we have our sandal and we also have the shoes. The shoe is the one that covers your leg fully, while the sandals have an opening. We also have the slippers, and then for the jewelry, we have earrings or rings, the one we put on the fingers, and while the earrings is the one for the ears. Okay, that is all for the footwear and then the jewelry. Then we go over to the dresses. We have shirts, we have blouse, we have gown, we have skirts, we have also nightwears. Nightwear is the one you wear before you sleep, the one you wear to go to bed. Then we go over to the next collective names. Another one is cutlery. Cutlery includes spoon, knife, and the fork. The spoon is this. This is the spoon. And then we have fork. Then we have the knife. This is what we call the cutleries. When you want to eat, you use them on the table when eating. The other one is furniture. The furniture, they are made of wood. Another collective name is the furniture. This is made of wood. We have the table, the shelf, the wardrobe, and the chair. The table, the wardrobe, the shelf, and the chair. Then we have the utensils. Another one collective name is the utensils. The utensils can be your kettle, those ones you use in the kitchen. They are made of aluminium. They are used in the kitchen and they are made of aluminium. You use them to cook. The pot, the bowl. Also, we have our mortar. But the mortar is made of wood. But we call them utensils because they are used in the kitchen. It can be found in the kitchen. One, because we use them in cooking. Then another one is clothing accessories. Clothing accessories. The clothing accessories, they are items that we use on the dresses. What are those items we use on the dresses? We have the hats. This is a hat. We use them when we want to dress. And it adds beauty to us. It adds beauty to our appearance. It adds more beauty to our appearance. This is a hat. Another one is the head tie. Head tie. The one that is you tie around your head. Then we have another one which is the necktie. For the boys, you put on the necktie, which you use to do what? It adds beauty to your appearance. Then we have what? Wristwatch. When you dress with your wristwatch, it also adds what? More beauty to your appearance. And also the jewelry like the necklace and the earrings, which also add beauty to appearances. So this is what we call what? Clothing accessories. Clothing what? Accessories. They are what? Hats. I said hats. Jewelry. Head tie. Necktie. Then we now go over to the next one, which is electronics. So you see we have 6 general names of these personal and domestic materials. Electronics. This is the last one. These electronics, they are appliances that are powered electrically. That is why it is called electronics. When you hear the word electronics, they are these appliances that are powered electrically. They are appliances that are powered what? Electrically. And what are they? We have the radio. The radio. It can be powered electrically or it can use battery. We have the television, we have the air conditioner, we have the blender, we have the sandwich machine, we have the refrigerator, we have the electric iron. All these are powered electrically. All these are what? Powered electrically. Now let's go over to what we have learned so far. We talked about collective names of domestic and personal materials. But before we talk about the collective names, we're able to know what a domestic material is and what a personal material is. And we'll be able to differentiate what a personal and a domestic material are. Okay, what is a domestic material? We said domestic materials are those materials that we use what? At home. And personal materials are materials that are used individually without sharing with another person. And we're able to talk about their general names. Number one is clothing, which is what? Footwear. You cannot share your footwear with anybody. That's why it is called what? A personal material. Your jewelry, your hair, and also your hairdo. Only you can carry your hair. No one carries it with you. Then we have the cutlery, which is a domestic material. Now what are they? We have the spoon, the knife, and the fork. Then we have furniture. What are they? The table, the chair, the shelf, and the wardrobe. This is a domestic material. It is used where? At home. It is not a personal material. Then the next one is we have the utensils. This is also a domestic material. Where do we use them? We use them in the kitchen. For what? Cooking. We have the kettle, the pot, and the bowl, the mortar. Then we have clothing accessories. Now this is to you. It's only you that uses it. That is why it is called a personal material, used individually, because you use it to do what? Add more beauty to your appearance. And what are they? We have the hat, like I showed you the hat. We have the jewelry, we have the head tie, we have the necktie. And then electronics, we have the what? The air conditioner, the radio, the electric iron, the refrigerator, and the blender. Now, before we go ahead, before we go out for today, we are going to do a classwork just to test your knowledge, to know if actually you followed in what we did today. Okay, so stay tuned as we write our classwork.